Day 6,142. Been talking a lot about the differences between old and young teachers, and this morning I wanted to talk about a technology that changed teaching fundamentally, made the biggest impact on my teaching and how I taught the entire time, my entire career. This was the big game changer. The whiteboard. Yeah, you younger teachers don't know what it was like before the whiteboard. Back when we had chalkboards, it was horrible. There were two kinds of chalkboards. You had the chalkboards that were all clean and nice, and then you had the old, dirty, nasty-looking chalkboards that were all. But I'm gonna tell you what, didn't matter what kind of chalkboard you had, they were hard to write on. And chalk was hard to write with. You had to turn it a certain way, and if you held it the wrong way, it would make that squeaking noise, and it would break, and it was like, and you had chalk dust in the air, and you had, I mean, in these old schools, man, you had asbestos, you had chalk dust, and you had all the other teachers smoking. It was a hazardous job. But now when the whiteboard came along, man, we wanted the whiteboards. We begged for the whiteboards. It wasn't like the computers. When they started coming out with the computers, hey, man, you want a computer in your room? No, I don't want a computer in my room. What am I going to do with it? Compute? You didn't have the internet. We didn't know what the internet was. We didn't want computers. Man, we wanted these. We wanted these. It changed everything. It was such a pleasure. It wasn't like the chalk where you went up there and you know, this right here, man, it just flowed so smooth. It was such a pleasure. Man, I was drawing pictures. I was coloring stuff. I was just so happy. And my students were so happy. They could see the words that mattered. It was such a big deal. You know, it made a big difference to us. And it made a big difference to our students. It changed coaching. Man, before it was like, well, you know, I guess somebody better score. Johnny, you need to score. Now it was like, okay, we're going to line up in this. And we're going to get right here. And then, you know, they got a guy here. They got a guy here. You know, they got a guy here. We're going to attack this gap. And we're going to block here, and double down. I mean, we were excited. We were hitting the boards, drawing stuff with these things. You know, we got those, when we got the little chalkboard things or the whiteboard things we got to carry around, man, it was like having an iPad. You could do all this stuff and color on it and show it to your guys right there. I mean, we were so happy. And when they gave out supplies, and they give us that big box of supplies the first 15 years, and it was just a bunch of crap you didn't want. I mean, it was the chalk, it was paper clips, it was binder clips, it was index cards. Man, after these whiteboards came out, we all wanted these. I wanted a whole big box full of these. You couldn't give me enough of these. Man, we went through these things like they were like gold. So this right here, this made my teaching better. And it made everybody's teaching better. Now, the computers, I don't know about that. We'll talk about that later. So you guys have a good day.